Welcome back, guys. Today I'm taking a look at Handy Linux. Now, I spotted Handy Linux on Distro Watch. They came out with a new version on January 24th, Handy 2.3. Now, I think I looked at Handy once before, and it's changed quite a bit. Now, it's based on Debian Stable. I downloaded the 64-bit. It's really aimed at novice Linux users, and I downloaded it. The install goes fine. When you copy, I use the dd command to create my bootable USB, and then once the install screen boots up, you'll have to change the language to English. It gives you the option. And then once you do that, then everything becomes understandable. And the install itself went very nicely. Iceweasel is the default browser. Handy Linux is the start page. There is a forum, a blog. There's plenty of documentation and an official web page. As I said, it's geared towards novice Linux users. I downloaded the XFCE version, and this is one of the default wallpapers. In the system tray in the bottom, you can see I have Kazam running for this video, but if you click on this little arrow, it brings up an HP printer utility and your Bluetooth. And then of course you have your internet, volume. This is a accessibility. And then there is a screen reader. Of course, you have your time. And I have GUVC View and Kazam. Now, I did try to compile OBS Studio, but there was a dependency failure on the FFmpeg portion of the compiling. And so OBS Studio runs, but I'm not getting the video to record, just the audio. So in order to do this video, I downloaded GUVC View and Kazam, and that's working fine. Now, Thunar is the file manager. Everything is pretty much geared towards beginners. I added Deb Multimedia to my sources. And then I ran apt-get update, and you can see that in the file manager there is a link for beginner. Let's get started. Once you open that, it has Handy Linux documentation, and just click on the English, and as you can see, it's very simplified. How does the computer work? What's the point? They go on to explain the file manager. So it's pretty nice, basic beginner documentation. Most of you guys won't need that level or that simplistic an approach, but you might know somebody, friends or relatives, who might get something out of this. And it's certainly a nice refresher on computer understanding, let's say. Okay, so that is the starting point. They do have a lot of documentation and a lot of help for those who are just getting started with Linux. Now, I'm going to close out the browser. File manager is typical Thunar. All of my other distributions on other petitions were recognized. If you click in the bottom left, normally it would bring up your whisker menu on an XFCE install, but in this case it's called the Handy menu. There are several tabs along the top. Latest brings up terminal, web browser, personal folder, Framasoft services, help center, applications list, and office suite. Then you have internet, files, my videos, my music, office, multimedia, Clementine is installed, VLC. There are a few games. And for adventurers, there is the detailed configuration, printer configuration, network, applications list, software library, and open a terminal. Now for detailed configuration, it's really the XFCE settings menu. And it's all of the configuration options that anybody who is familiar with XFCE would be familiar with. Nothing, no surprises or anything like that. So if we close that out, and I want to go back to this for a second, because if we click on applications list, then of course you have your applications broken down by category. And let's take a look at some of the ones that you get. Okay, so Redshift is included out of the box. So is, I installed LeafPad. Everything that you need is here: calculator, font viewer, screen reader, mouse pad, Redshift, screenshot, X-Archiver. Education is LibreOffice Math. As I said, there were a few games installed. For graphics, there is a document viewer, GIMP, LibreOffice Draw, Image Magic, Photo Print, Ristretto Image Viewer, Simple Scan, and Cyclope. That's an image viewer also. For internet, we have Iceweasel, IceDove, Skype Installer, TeamViewer, Mpartage, and Transmission. For multimedia, I installed OBS, I installed Kazam, GUVC View, SM Player, and VocoScreen. Both VocoScreen and OBS had problems. Kazam and GUVC View are working fine. For Office, it's mainly the LibreOffice suite. And as I said, you have all of your settings. So for the advanced user, everything is here. It's just put forward with a little more simplistic approach, which is fine. That's their niche. It's the beginning Linux user, and they do a good job of tailoring the system to the beginner's needs. And for system, Gparted is here, HTOP, there's a root terminal, Synaptic, GDebi, Live USB Creator, Print Settings, Thunar, and Terminal. So everything is included. It's a nice package put together very nicely. As I said, if you have someone who is thinking about getting into Linux, Handy Linux is certainly a good option. It is Debian Stable, so it's more than likely going to be running nice and smooth with no hiccups. And there's lots of documentation to help the new user find their way around. So that is it for Handy Linux, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.